I would say my father was always so fun. He honestly, considering how serious his job was, he was always silly with us and fun.
I was actually up at Western, standing outside the stadium waiting, and the girl beside me had gone to school with John, high school. And she said to me, "Well, don't you know John Sweeney?" And I said, "Well, I'm not from London." "No, I don't." "Oh," she said, "he's an amazing athlete. Basketball, football, swimming." So that was the first that. But later, I did meet him, and that's where he asked me for a date.
So always encouraging us to do our best, really positive, not around a lot. He was always working, but he loved what he did.
He worked really hard. There was nothing that pleased him more than to be busy.
He loved his work, he did a great job, and he worked hard, but he was also fun to be around. He would often treat people to lunches after a case, so people enjoyed working with him. He loved his patients, and his patients loved him so much. He had a scarf, and my dad wore it with such pride all of the time because a patient gave that to him.
Now, he had to retire at 70 from doing surgery, but he still had his office. The nurses picked up about his memory. He had problems with his hearing. So if he kept repeating, "What day is it? What day is it?" we'd think, "Oh, that's his hearing." But the nurses then said no.
So that was shocking to have that diagnosis. Absolutely shocking for someone who in their life has been so competent and so athletic and so involved. And scary. It was quite scary to find out that that was the actual diagnosis. McCormick was essential for our family with my father's diagnosis of Alzheimer's. The education that we received, the information, the support that we received to know that there was something dedicated to people and their families was crucial.
When he got dementia and we found out at McCormick how to treat John, getting along with John was much easier.
If there was no McCormick home, it would have been chaotic. We did not know anything about Alzheimer's itself. We thought if we repeated things to my father, that then he would get it. We did not understand the concept of limits. It wasn't willful. He could not remember. He wasn't doing it to be difficult. He could not remember. And we had to treat him in a different way. If you want to change someone's behavior, change your own. And everyone in our family became educated about Alzheimer's and learned the best ways to work with my father. McCormick really helped my father by supporting him with Alzheimer's. The fact that they had all of these incredible programs, they kept him busy, his brain was kept busy, his body was kept busy. He came home tired, which was wonderful. Tired from a busy day is exactly what my father needed. New interests, the fact that he began to paint was just wonderful. He loved it. And it was so enjoyable for him then to share that artwork with us. Instead of him being at home, not using his brain as much, he was able to interact with people and keep using his brain and enjoying life. Before he was diagnosed, was always so busy, and he loved all of us and loved the grandkids. But my dad was always doing a million things, so he might come in, say, "Hi, how are you?" give you a big hug, and then run off and be doing something. But when he was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, he was not as busy and social, and what he actually enjoyed was sitting down specifically with my child and talking about comics and superheroes. And my son would walk in the room and say, "Okay, Papa, I'm going to test you on superheroes today."
Having a resource like McCormick. It was just so important.
And we had such benefit from it. And any support and donation that goes to McCormick will be well used. And many will benefit beyond just the person with Alzheimer's or dementia. A whole family benefits from it. And that allows the relationship to stay loving and calm.